So I get a lot of people coming into my stream that are new to Dragon Ball FighterZ and want to get better. A lot of them have the basics of offense down, but most of, if not all of them, really struggle in the defensive area. So here are my 5 ways to get better at defense in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Number 1, limit reflex. How many times has this happened to you? Or this? Or this one?
Oh no.
Many players use reflect way too much, and it is a really strong defensive tool, don't get me wrong, but it can also be baited a million different ways. So you have to be a lot more conscious of your reflects. You can't just be throwing them out there all the time. You have to pick and choose and realize when are the good times to throw in reflects and when is it better to be patient and just block. Number 2, remember the moveset. This was personally so huge for me when trying to get better at defense in this game. What this basically means is that, for example, someone like Kefla, who has normal mids and lows in their block strings, except Kefla has a command normal, which is an overhead. So what you would do against Kefla is you would normally block low and then be scouting for that command normal overhead. And when she puts it out, you will react and block high. But you also have to take into account that Kefla has a special move that hits low, which can be triggered after the command overhead. So what you would do is wait for the command overhead, react, and then go right back to low so that you can block that low special move. And this applies to pretty much every character in the game. Some characters have easier movesets where you really only have to spot for the 2M, but some characters like Cell have command normals, like Kefla. Other characters have more mids and multi-hit moves, so you have to be careful. But remembering the moveset and being conscious of where they are in their strings is very important for moving on and getting stronger on the defensive side of the game. Number 3, be confident. A lot of bad habits on defense start with a lack of confidence. When you feel frustrated and you don't want to block anymore and you're just trying to get out of the corner and take your turn back, this is where the bad habits come into play. If you're confident in your blocks, then you know your opponent will make a mistake at some point and your time will come to get your turn back and play offense. But you have to stay confident. Stop guessing, remember your strings and the moveset, don't reflect, and you will find your turn and get to go back on offense. Number 4, mix up your tech options. For those who don't know, in Dragon Ball FighterZ, you can tech in different directions, like up, down, left, or right. And depending on the combo and the situations, certain tech options are needed to get out of situations and combos. For example, if you want to steal your turn in the corner, if you get knocked down and your opponent goes for an instant air dash jump heavy, if you tech upwards at the end of the combo and air dash backwards, you can steal the turn right back from them. This is used pretty commonly online, and I'm sure you've seen tons of people do it against you. But in more extreme examples, like if your opponent drops a combo, then you'll have something different on your hands. If you're holding down and teching in this situation, when your opponent drops the combo, you'll be able to take your turn back and go on offense. See, knowing when you have to tech and which direction you're going to be teching in will really help you on defense. Like if that opponent dropped a combo and you were just holding tech and not a direction, you would just fly backwards. But because you're holding downwards, you're going to go down and you're going to be able to take the turn from them and go back to offense. There are millions and millions of different scenarios where certain tech options will get you out or get you stuck in certain situations, and if we went over them, we would be here all day. And this can be a little confusing for newer players, so please, if you have questions on this, ask them, on Twitter, on Reddit and such. People in this community want to help you. They want you to get better at the game. So if you're having questions on tech options, please ask away. We want to help. Number 5. This is the most important one. stop mashing. The only way you're going to get better at blocking is to actually block. And the less you want to do that, the more frustrated you're going to end up getting with the game. If you want to get better, you have to look overall at the game, offense and defense, not just one side. Especially in the current meta of Season 3, if you can't play defense, you're really not going to have a good time. Remember what you learned. You got to be patient. Mix up your tech options. Remember the strings. Stop reflecting. And most importantly, you gotta have some fun. If you're new to the channel and you like today's video, please leave a like on it. It does help us out a lot. And consider subscribing for more content in the future. This is the first style of video I've ever made like this. So if you liked it and you'd want to see more stuff like this in the future, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys do better on defense, and I'll see you guys online. Peace.